All right, let's move on.
Let's talk about these NFL trades you've got schemed up over there.
NFL trades. So
what do you got?
You know the rundown. You're going to tell me if it's realistic or not.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And you're going to tell me the winner. All right. NFL trade number 1. Falcons received 2020 first-round pick from the Eagles for Calvin Ridley.
I saw Calvin Ridley's name floating around the Patriots, not the Eagles.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, the Falcons are such a weird organization. Like, sticking with Matt Ryan, but trading, like, Julio, and if they traded Calvin Ridley, too, that would just... It'd be bizarre, but at the same time, like, I don't really know what the Calvin Ridley situation is, you know? Like, he missed most of this year for personal reasons, which I'm not saying that mental health isn't a real thing, but at the same time, like, I can't think of a time that a player has done that.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know how much of that is, like, if he's just going through, like, a horrible family situation, or if he's kind of uncontent with the Falcons organization, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that, I don't know, I mean...
I think for me it's easy. I think the Eagles win it.
Oh, yeah. The Eagles would do that 100%. I'm just trying to think of it from, like, the Falcons situation.
I actually think they both win it because the Falcons clearly it's not working for them. And I think it's kind of like last year. Either you do a rebuild or you just make that playoff push.
Right,
and
but they're committed to Matt Ryan, though.
Yeah, I mean, poor Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think at the end of the day, you got to rebuild. Screw Matt Ryan.
All right.
So that's kind of my train of thought. I think they got to commit to the rebuild, trade their best players.
Which Eagles first-round pick? Their first-round pick, the Colts first-round pick, or the other one?
Their first-round
pick? The 49ers one. Okay.
Their first round.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think the Eagles have a first-round pick, and clearly drafting wide receivers aren't their forte.
Well, you could say that.
Well, let me take that back. Devontae Smith was a good pick, but, you know, their other picks.
Pretty much every other one is
awful. All right, next one.
Yeah.
This one's probably my favorite one. Eagles receive a 4th-round draft pick from Pittsburgh for Gardner Minshew. And I think this
automatically,
is easy.
I love any trade with Gardner Minshew because the fact that the amount of quarterbacks that started multiple games this year not named Gardner Minshew is insulting.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like the Eagles traded for him for some assurance because they thought Jalen Hurts, like they didn't know.
Yeah.
But now, so I guess I don't blame them too much for that necessarily. But like he's gotta get in a chance, you know?
Yeah.
If his only chance to start in the NFL was with the 0-17 Jaguars or whatever they were, 1-16, 1-15. Doesn't matter, you know? You get the point?
Yeah.
That's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Because he was not that bad.
Yeah, I think this is easy because getting Gardner Minshew for a 4th-round pick, I don't think you're going to be able to find that in the draft.
No, absolutely not.
And then the Eagles, like you said, they're committed to Jalen, so why do they need Gardner? So I think this is actually pretty realistic, and I think they both win.
There's a number of teams that I think would benefit from getting Gardner Minshew.
Especially for a 4th-round pick.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Mm-hmm. This is quote-unquote realistic, a little bit out there, but interesting. 2020 first-round pick from Washington to the Panthers for Christian McCaffrey.
I don't like this trade.
I don't like it either because Washington has
Gibson and McKissick.
Yeah, so like I don't think they're in the running back market.
I think it is a little interesting to talk about Christian McCaffrey being traded because he's been injury prone the last 2 years and he is on a massive deal.
Yeah.
So I mean that is interesting,
but not a running back position.
Yeah, but not for the football team, I don't think.
Yeah, I think this is more for a team that before the trade deadline is making a hard playoff push and they feel like this is their time to win. Yeah. Right? Like the Bucks or whatever.
Well,
I think that's a team that trades for Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, I was thinking like just a team that's looking for like an influx of talent like Miami or something like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A team that doesn't have a good running back.
Yeah, basically. If you have the cap space and you don't have a great running back, why not get Christian McCaffrey? I agree, but...
So I don't think this is realistic.
The football team Antonio Gibson's only in his 2nd year, and it's not like he's been banged up or bad.
No, he's been good.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I like the idea of Christian McCaffrey potentially being traded. I don't know how much I like that from the Panthers' perspective, but I could understand with their kind of ready to go in a different direction with how unavailable he's been.
I also don't think they'll get a first-round pick for him. And I mean, I'll make this quick so we can move on. But I think at the running back position for a guy that's been banged up with a huge salary, I don't think that's realistic for a team to pay a first-round draft pick in a league where a first-round draft pick is so valuable. Yeah,
I agree.
Moving on to the next one. This is a big one now, and I find it interesting.
Oh, we got breaking news.
Yeah, Sean Payton stepping away.
Leaving the Saints.
I saw that. I was thinking
that's very interesting.
We could talk about that after this.
Okay.
Yeah. Texans receive 2 first-rounders from Cleveland, a 2nd-rounder, and Baker Mayfield for Deshaun Watson. I think in this trade, the Texans win it, but I don't think it's very realistic.
Deshaun Watson is another one where, like, I really don't know what's going to happen. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. Like, he could go to jail or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, if he goes to... Obviously, no one's going to trade for him if he's going to jail.
But I actually don't know if he can go to jail because I think they're just civil lawsuits.
Well, you get the point.
If he's guilty, that's rough.
Yeah, if Deshaun Watson is a registered sex offender, I don't think that anybody's trading for him. Well, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've seen some pretty crazy things.
Mike Vick.
I was going to say Big Ben, but anyway...
But this situation is a little bit different because there's, like, several women.
No, it is. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But... I feel like until we get some clarity on Deshaun Watson's situation and his availability, like, we still haven't gotten a ruling from the league whether or not he's going to be suspended.
Yeah.
So until we get that, I can't see the Texans trading him. And I don't know. I like the idea, I guess, of the Browns getting Deshaun, but it's hard for me to talk about it just because, like, he's might be...
Yeah. I think my thoughts are
play again.
If the Texans get a 7th-rounder for Deshaun Watson, it'll be worth it for him.
Because he's not playing?
He's not playing at all, and he said he's not going to play. He's sat a whole season. Obviously, they're going to get more than a 7th-rounder, but pretty much anything in return, especially starting caliber quarterback for 2 first-rounders, that's a steal for him, and I think the Texans win it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good for the Browns, too, but that's pretty much all I got to say.
Yeah.
You want to keep moving on?
Yeah.
Okay, Vikings.
I don't get a lot of time left.
Yeah, Vikings. 1st-rounder and a 7th-rounder to the Broncos for Kirk Cousins.
1st-rounder and a 7th-rounder.
I think this is good because I think the Vikings need to... I mean, the Vikings aren't in a rebuild necessarily. They're more in a, we got to rebuild while reloading because I just don't think Kirk Cousins is the answer for them. And I don't think that Kirk Cousins is really an answer for anybody. I think he's a good...
I was going to say, I mean, if you're the Broncos, I don't hate the Kirk Cousins thing just because of how bad your quarterbacks have been.
Yeah.
But I feel like with people like potentially Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson available, potentially, this offseason, this would be kind of a letdown, you know?
I also feel like Kirk Cousins had Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. Like, what more...
And Dalvin Cook.
...do you want from him? And they still didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think that this would make the Broncos a lock for the playoffs either.
No, I think they are marginally better with Kirk Cousins than with Teddy Bridgewater.
Just like most teams.
Yeah.
With Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.